The pogo drill starts with the athlete in an upright stance with the knees slightly bent, chest out, and shoulders back. Begin with a vertical takeoff, projecting the hips upward for height using only the lower portion of the legs. On takeoff, the ankle must lock the foot in a toes-up position. Maintain this locked position to ensure sturdy contacts and quick elastic takeoffs. The squat jump drill develops power in the legs and hips and applies to many sports. The primary emphasis is to attain maximum height with every effort. Assume a relaxed upright stance with feet about shoulder width apart. Interlock the fingers and place the palms against the back of the head. This will assure proper posture for takeoff and landing. Begin by flexing downward to a half squat position. Immediately check this downward movement and then explode upward as high as possible, extending the hips, knees, and ankles to maximum length as quickly as you can. Freeze the landing, check for quality, and begin another repetition. Progress from single jumps with pauses to multiple jumps where the jump begins just before reaching the semi-squat position. Work for maximum height with each jump. The box jump drill uses several starting positions, all performed approximately an arm's length away from the landing platform. The first progression begins in a semi-squat stance, with feet positioned hip width apart and arms back. The counter movement jump position starts with the same upright stance and foot positioning. Quickly move into the semi-squat, then make an explosive takeoff. The step starting position is similar to the counter movement position, but begins with one foot under the hip and the other foot behind it. Bend the knees and shift the weight to the forward foot to avoid any rocker step action. In pushing off, the back foot creates momentum for the takeoff. The last starting position involves a lateral step. The athlete is positioned approximately 1 1/2 steps directly to the side of the takeoff position. Push off with the outside foot and lead with the inside leg into a lateral move to a 2-foot takeoff from the original takeoff spot. In all of the takeoffs, rapidly extend the hips and knees. And while blocking the arms, quickly and explosively push off the ground into a flexed landing position on the platform. The prancing drill is the beginning progression for bounding. Project the hips horizontally off a 2-foot landing and takeoff. It's important to perform this drill with takeoffs and landings on both feet simultaneously. Begin in a standing position with a slight knee bend and the hips tilted forward. Take off, pushing the hips outward and upward with the knee of one leg recovering forward. Upon landing, repeat the takeoff with the opposite knee recovering forward. The upper body action is the same as in running. The ankles must remain locked in a toes-up position so that both feet land together. Begin the galloping drill by standing with one leg in front of the other. Push off with the back leg and foot, keeping the ankle locked to emphasize a spring-loaded landing and takeoff. The opposite leg is in a forward position, maintaining balance for the initial landing and striding. After executing 6 to 12 repetitions, switch the position of the legs and repeat the sequence. Emphasize hip projection upward and forward with forceful, quick extensions of the back knee and ankle. These should be accompanied by light, cyclic striding actions with the lead leg. The fast skipping drill is excellent for working the striding muscles. The progressions reinforce sprinting and jumping mechanics and help develop explosiveness. Begin in a relaxed standing position with one leg slightly forward. Start skipping while maintaining close contact with the ground, minimizing air time. Skip with a step-hop pattern of right-right step to left-left step to right-right step, and so on. Perform this sequence as fast as possible. Drive the toes of the lead leg upward, with the knee forward and upward, and keep the heel up under the hips. The emphasis should be on maximum thigh extension, recovery, and frequency. The hop progression drill builds speed and power in the muscles of the legs and hips. Stand directly in front of a series of hurdles spaced approximately 3 feet apart. Assume a relaxed position with the knees slightly bent and the arms at the sides. Begin the hop with a quick counter movement jump. Extend the hips for vertical height and at full extension, tuck the toes, knees, and heels upward in a cycling motion. Upon each landing, take off quickly upward again with the same cycling action of the legs. Execute this action sequence as rapidly as possible. Work for height and distance, but not at the expense of repetition rate. The medicine ball over and under drill uses a 5 to 15 pound ball. Stand with the feet approximately shoulder width apart and back to a partner or facing away from a wall. The feet are flat and the knees maintain a slight bend. Pass the ball back and forth over the head and between the legs while maintaining a chest-out posture and full foot contact stability. After sets of 10 to 15 repetitions, switch from receiving to passing. The medicine ball twists drill begins with the athlete standing with the feet flat, shoulder width apart, knees bent, and chest out. Stand back to back with a partner or facing away from a wall. While holding the ball, hand it to the partner or touch the wall. Open the hips and turn the shoulders to give and accept the ball. Keep the feet in full contact with the ground, while emphasizing posture and flexibility throughout the half-twist rotation. One partner turns and passes the ball to one side, while the other turns to the same side to receive it. A more complex progression of this drill is the full twist. Begin in the same starting position and posture. The difference between this and the previous drill is the greater degree of rotation and flexibility. With the medicine ball full twist, both partners turn in the same direction, one to hand off, the other to receive. The shovel toss drill helps develop an athlete's explosiveness out of the blocks or a stance. Athletes use a 5 to 15 pound ball. Begin on both knees and place the ball on the ground. Keep the chest out, hips high and back, and position the shoulders in front of the ball. With the arms relaxed, athletes toss the ball in a line drive as far and as fast as possible by quickly thrusting the hips and extending the trunk. Execute a scooping or shoveling action, ending in a push-up position. Emphasize a full extension of the hips and shoulders. The medicine ball chest pass drill develops the upper body power needed in basketball, wrestling, football, and the shot put. A 7 to 15 pound medicine ball is used. Partners stand, kneel, or sit facing each other. One partner holds the ball chest high with the hands slightly behind the ball and the arms flexed. The other partner anticipates the catch with arms extended. The ball is passed forcefully to the partner. The receiver checks the momentum of the ball and, before the arms are fully collapsed, pushes the ball back with a full follow-through. Repeat the sequence back and forth. The medicine ball overhead throw drill helps improve overhead throwing power in sports such as baseball, softball, football, soccer, and the javelin throw. Begin by lying with your back flat on the ground or a table with the feet flat and the knees up. Throw the ball in a line drive to a partner or against a wall. Keep the back and head relaxed and on the ground. Initiate arm movement at the shoulder joint without flexing the elbow. The two-arm progression drill is the same as the one-arm overhead throw, except that you use both arms and a larger 5 to 8 pound ball. Using the momentum of the throwing motion and the thrust of the chest brings you to a sit-up position. The throwing motion is centered at about the shoulder joint. Lead with the chest and follow through, flexing at the waist.